Good evening everyone, I am Dr. Tejashree and today I am going to point out 5 common mistakes which I see being performed by patients and also doctors in those who are trying to conceive. Mistake number 1 is doing ovulation study and giving ovulation inducing medicines and trigger injections to patients who are having regular cycles. Anybody who has regular cycles means that she is making the follicle, she is ovulating the follicle, and that's the reason why she is getting period. Yes, what can be done in these patients is a mid-luteal, that means day 21 progesterone level, to see the quality of the ovulation, and an AMH test or an antral follicle count to know the quality of the eggs. But definitely we should not waste time of patients with regular cycles doing ovulation study or giving them Clomid and drugs like that, which are ovulation inducing medicines. Ovulation induction is something where we induce ovulation in a woman who does not get periods. Mistake number 2. Prolactin is a hormone which can be slightly increased because of lack of exercise, sleeping, stress, or even the puncture of the blood test. So if the prolactin level is mildly high, let's say the normal level is between 5 to 25 and the prolactin level is 30, 35, 40, it doesn't need to be treated. Also remember that prolactin will indirectly affect by making the periods irregular. So if the patient has regular cycles, you can just do again a mid-luteal progesterone, and if it is more than 5.6, we can safely reassure the patient that she is ovulating, her cycles are ovulatory, and prolactin is not affecting her. Mistake number 3, mistimed intercourse. Now, most of the patients are using the app and they will do intercourse only around the ovulation time. This actually reduces the chances to get pregnant because around ovulation time, the mucus becomes thicker and the sperms are going inside less. So, to make the sperm reservoir in the cervix where the sperms can stay alive for 5 to 6 days, you need to start having intercourse 6 days before ovulation. So, actually the best window is starting 6 days before ovulation till ovulation. Mistake number 4 is regarding patients with endometriosis. Endometriosis is a nagging disease, but it's not like that if you have endometriosis, that means you cannot get pregnant. You can get pregnant naturally and you can get pregnant without surgery. In fact, most of the patients I see are rushing for surgery and even the doctors are advising them to do so. So let me tell you how to manage if you are having endometriosis. Definitely it's an alarming sign that you have endometriosis because it's a nagging disease and it does eat up the ovary and it does cause infertility. So the best way to find out how severe it is to do a blood test called as CA-125, do a MRI scan, and also do something what is called as AMH to know your ovarian reserve. Now, once you have these 3 tests, it's always good to meet a fertility specialist, but I can give you a fair idea that in majority of the cases, surgery is not required because surgery actually is harmful in a way as the ovarian cortex is what makes the endometriotic cyst. So, when we do the endometriotic cyst surgery or cystectomy, we are removing almost 60% of the ovarian reserve and the AMH goes down. Also, I see that many doctors, they do the surgery and after the surgery, which is the most important time to get pregnant naturally, they give the patient some hormonal injections or hormonal medicines so that their period should stop. Again, this is not correct because if you're doing a laparoscopic surgery to enhance fertility, the highest time when the fertility is very good is in the next 3 months. So we should not take away that small chance from the patient by giving them medicines to stop the periods after the surgery. 5 is to understand that being healthy doesn't mean that you're fertile. Most of the doctors and patients, they are just doing general health related tests, and if they come normal, they are assuming that they are fertile. But it's not like that. Infertility workup is much beyond that. So, if you are like around 32 years and trying for 1 year, if you are 35 years and trying for 6 months, and if you're anywhere above 38 years and you've tried for 3 months and you're not getting pregnant, it's very, very important to do the fertility related tests. And just to name them, Number 1 is anti-mullerian hormone, that is AMH. Number 2 is a semen analysis for your husband, and if the husband is smoking, then a sperm DNA fragmentation index. 1 mid-cycle ultrasound to check the uterus and the uterine cavity, and 1 mid-luteal progesterone on day 21 can tell us about your quality of ovulation. These 4 tests are mandatory, and then of course the tube test. But hemoglobin, sugar, thyroid, these are not the tests which are really going to tell you whether you are fertile or not. So if you're trying to conceive and you're making any of these mistakes, please correct yourself. And anytime if you need to meet me, I'm available at Dubai Healthcare City, first IVF clinic in Dubai. Good luck and see you.